Hi, Vieira with the stockmarketlive.tv. Today we are going to discuss the different types of live streaming trading available in our company. So I'm going to visit the website stockmarketlive.tv. I'm going to click here on the menu. I'm going to choose solutions and then live streaming, and I'm going to click on introduction. Each service has a dedicated web page. In this case, Stock Market Live streaming, you have here booking, the pricing plans. Thereafter you have the option to choose single sessions. There are different types of live streaming, trader and investor with regards to single sessions, or you have the option to subscribe to a package. UAE Nationals, Elite Trader, Power Investor, Platinum, Hedge Fund. On the menu we also have several options: frequent answers and questions, videos explaining how the service works, reviews, and the possibility to try the service, the player, to test the player. So I'm going to click here on the different pricing plans to explain the different types of live streaming trading. I'm going to start with the live streaming plans for non-professionals. The first row refers to single sessions or multiple sessions, but not to subscriptions or package. The second row, special package, refers to special package. For example, this Elite is for non-professionals. This is a special package for nationals of the United Arab Emirates, and the third one is also a special package with a minimum number of attendees and the price per month. The features are described on each plan. Now I'm going to explain this one here, package for non-professionals and also for professionals. In our company we differentiate clients between non-professionals and professionals. For more information, refer to the terms of service. The service that we offer to professionals, I'm referring to hedge funds, wealthy investors, and investment banks, pension funds. It is this one, hedge fund. With regards to live streaming, we have other service for professionals. With regards to non-professionals, you have then the remaining plans. All the other plans are for non-professionals. If you wish to know which service we offer to non-professionals and to professionals, is rather simple. The bottom of the web page, there is here a question: which service do you offer? And if you click here, if you are a non-professional, you have a very good description of the service in this diagram or flow chart or mind map, as you wish to call it. If you are a professional, you click on professional, and similarly you have here a description of the different service for wealth investors, hedge funds and banks. I'm going to go back again, and I'm going now to say that although the designation of the plan changes, there are basically 4 different types of live streaming trading: Elite, Investor, Platinum, and Hedge Fund. The rest are related or is related to the name of the plans. So I repeat, there are basically 4 different types of live streaming trading: trader, investor, platinum, and hedge fund. The last one for professionals. That is to say, with regards to elite, investor, and platinum, these plans are for small investors. The last one, hedge fund, it is for professionals, you have the description on the terms of service. Technically speaking, there are not many differences today between all these plans. I'm referring to, for example, the player is the same, the quality of the live streaming, it is the same, with regards to, or it is common to all the plans. One of the difference between, for example, elite, investor, and platinum or hedge fund, it is the existence of what we call an DVR. DVR, it is one feature that exists in platinum and hedge fund, and this allows one to go back in time, fast forward, or to go back. And for example, it is interesting for those that they attend the live streaming session quite late. They can go back or fast forward as they wish to review the comments made during the day or during the session. Therefore, I repeat, technically speaking, there are not many differences between all these different plans. Furthermore, we offer SSL streaming. Furthermore, it is common to all the streaming plans the availability of the best player, what is considered today the best player for live streaming in the world. With regards to account capital, we do not establish minimums for trading accounts. Our firm is dedicated to teach one how to invest in the markets. We have customers who do not have any trading account. So when people ask what is the minimum required to subscribe to a given plan, we do not have minimums. Our plans, they were designed having in mind, obviously, a minimum, but they are not, or it is not necessary to have a minimum capital to trade for obvious reasons, since we are not a broker company. I'm going now to refer to the difference between elite and investor. Thereafter, I'm going to refer to the difference between investor and platinum, and finally between platinum and hedge fund. The difference between elite and investor, the one that you have here, package power investor, for example, and elite. Elite works on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 13 p.m. It is clear on the website. Investor plan works daily, since markets open until they close. With regards to platinum or hedge fund, it is precisely the same. Moreover, with regards to platinum and hedge fund, we also have pre-market trading and after hours, after the closing bell. For example, in elite or investor, we do not have pre-market trading or after hours. That is other difference between the different plans. Other difference between, for example, all the plans is the fact that is platinum for non-professionals, it is sold out. It is the only plan that is sold out until the end of 2016, at least. We are in October 2015. And if you click here on subscribe now, you are redirected to the marketplace where you have all the service that the company offers, and you can confirm here by, for example, choosing monthly or trimestral that the service is sold out. How can you confirm this? Because in fact, if you choose one of these options, it does not give any information. It does not give any information because you are not logged in. You have to create a free account. By creating a free account, you navigate towards this service, and you are going to confirm that the service it is sold out. So that is other difference between all these plans, because it is our most popular, it has been always our most popular service in the company. Having said this, and now I'm going to refer also to the fact that in elite and investor, the quality of the companies that we address, it is substantially different compared, for example, to platinum or hedge fund. Before I start, let me just say that the difference between platinum and hedge fund, it is minimal. And it is minimal because platinum, it is for non-professionals, and hedge fund, it is for professionals. In terms of technical or trading, there are not many differences. Platinum, it is our most complete solution, live streaming trading for non-professionals, and the most similar to the one offered, and the only one in fact, to professionals, the hedge fund. With regards to elite and investor and platinum, all these solutions, the three are for small investors, for small accounts, and we have them, and I'm going to refer to examples of size of accounts in all the three plans. For example, in the investor plan, we have individuals with accounts starting at 40,000 and less US dollars, just for your reference. But as I said in the beginning, we also have people without any trading account, learning how to invest in the markets. With regards to the quality of stocks, I'm going to define here the quality of stocks that is related to, for example, volatility. In the elite, an investor compared to platinum, if you want to, or if you wish to trade or to invest in companies like Netflix or certain biotech stocks, as for example Bluebird, or companies like Amazon or Netflix, just to refer to some examples, these companies are addressed in the platinum service. The other plans do not have or contemplate these sort of companies. Why? For several simple reasons. Elite and investor are plans for small accounts, and having said this, that they are for small accounts, it is against or violates the methodology. An account, for example, with 40,000 US dollars to trade or to invest in a company as Amazon. It does not make sense, it is absurd. Therefore, if you wish to trade or invest in Amazon or Google, you need necessarily the platinum. So we have kind of several levels, steps, where elite it is the lowest, then you have investor, and then you have platinum, and this for non-professionals, and finally hedge fund for professionals. And this is important because it is directly related to discipline. It solves one of the common mistakes that most investors they have in the markets. That is to say, many small investors they invest in companies as Google or companies like Amazon, and those companies cannot be traded by small investors because the volatility, and not only the volatility but the characteristics of these stocks require some special skills that we are aware of. Therefore we have a very large and long experience with regards to all these matters, and we choose the portfolio or the stocks or the companies that we consider that they are suitable for each plan. You do not choose, we choose, since the objective is precisely to teach how to invest in the markets, and if you wish to have a comparison, rather simple, you don't go to the university before you attend primary school. With regards to the markets, it is precisely the same. You do not invest in a company like Amazon while you do not dominate or control or learn how to invest in companies or stocks that they are by far less complex, or in other words, using the concept of reliability that we teach here, and it is present and described in the basic trading course. So I already referred to several important differences between these plans. Other one is a critical one that you have here. In fact, if you click on the plan of the service, the difference between elite and investor and platinum. In platinum, we fully address different ETFs, exchange trade funds. For example, IBB for biotechs, or the Qs for the tech sector, or ITB for the housing market, and so on. This is externally important because we teach how to invest in the markets in a given stock comparable with the ETF. In the investor or in the elite plan, we offer guidance or guidelines, but we do not offer trade alerts in ETFs. And this is very important because it is correlated with trade alerts that they have a major impact across different market sectors. And therefore, if you are a subscriber to Platinum, the probability for you to make by far more compared to any other plan, and this for non-professionals, since for professionals there is only one. With regards to the quality of stocks or different stocks across market sectors, although I refer to the fact that in Platinum we discuss, for example, biotech stocks or oil stocks, which is not present, or ETFs, which is not present in investor or elite plan, the fact is that we help investors in general And although we discuss the vast majority of companies in a given sector in platinum, the difference to investor or to elite is that we might, for example, just discuss one of them. I'm going to give an example. In platinum, we might discuss 6 or 7 biotech companies in detail. Investor, we might discuss just one. Oil stocks, precisely the same. Why? It is natural, and moreover, we choose to discuss the simple ones or the less complex and also the less volatile in a certain sense in the investor plan or elite compared to platinum. Therefore, platinum requires, in my own understanding, better comprehension of the methodology, and therefore the platinum includes the basic trading course precisely to help those that they attend the session since the very beginning to get used to the terminology and to the methodology, while investor or elite does not include the basic trading course, with the exception of a special package, as for example it is the case with this one which is recent, Power Investor. This one includes the trading course, but it is temporary package, a temporary special package that sometimes we create to offer to investors that opportunity. Other thing that I want to say with regards to difference between the different types of live streaming trading, I said before that is natural the fact that we do not discuss many stocks or very complex. Complex is a way of saying obviously, since I don't consider any one of them complex. But since I have a very long experience, more than 20 years in the markets, by helping individuals and companies, I know, due precisely to experience, that some companies might be more complicated than others. And so we decide to choose those that we know in advance, that they are more, if you wish to use the term, reliable, to include them in the elite or investor plan, and therefore less complications in a certain sense. So for those that they are new, for example the elite or the investor plan, I think that is preferable compared to the platinum plan, although platinum it is our most popular service because individuals, they have been here for a long period of time. Other difference between elite, investor and platinum, in platinum we discuss all market sectors basically, while that does not happen in elite or investor. For example, we have customers in the platinum because in platinum we discuss fertilizers, and for them fertilizers is an important sector. We have customers in platinum because we discuss biotech stocks, and biotech stocks today, it is a very important sector for most investors. Moreover, in the platinum plan compared to investor or elite, we establish very well priorities. And so in this platinum level, we mention the top priorities, not only for those that they are new, as well as for those that they've been here for a long period of time. Because there are differences in terms of rules comparable to someone that is going to subscribe today or someone that subscribed to the service 3 years ago. All these comments are made in real time, and they are rather important to follow up the investment process. Other difference between elite, investor and platinum is that in platinum we create live charts. We explain how to create a chart, and we do it in real time while people are watching it. And that is very important, at least that is the feedback that we have from subscribers, since not only they see it in real time, as well, and during the time precisely that while I speak, I'm trading, and we explain what we are looking for. While in the investor or the elite plan, we do not show any charts whatsoever other than to explain as I speak the trade alert in real time, and I might or not, depends, to give a price target. With regards to price targets and the different types of trading, that is to say day trading, short-term trading or swing trading, I would say that generally speaking, I repeat, generally speaking, a service as elite or investor, it is more orientated towards short-term trading, while platinum, it is a service more focused on swing trading. Which are the difference between these different types of investment? There are major differences, obviously, although you may see, and you have in fact, day trading and short-term trading and swing trading in the platinum plan, but swing trading, I refer to this concept here, the terminology might be different compared to other companies or out there, generally speaking. Here we might have or assume a position for a long period of time, and there is a working process and a game, an investment process and the investment game that has to be explained, and sometimes this might take a long period of time. So for example, as you might be aware from our case studies, we are able to reverse trends, and this process, it is explained step by step in a service like platinum. In the case of investor or elite, we do not explain the process because individuals are subscribing just for 1 month, and therefore things they don't take 1 month. That is not the time required to learn how to invest in the markets or for a process of swing trading, and therefore in some cases there are no price targets. There is no need for price targets because we announce when to enter and also when to take profits. But it has to be mentioned, and here it is an important difference between these plans, that in the elite, although it is common to all of them, the fact that we do not manage people money or accounts, it is up to you to make that decision, or your financial advisor. The fact that we discuss these different types of companies or stocks with different characteristics depending upon their level of, again, let me use the term complexity, The targets are given when it is necessary. I'm going to refer to some examples, real examples that you can see on the blog of the company, and which I think that they are very important for you to understand the difference, since with examples is better than anything else. Let's use a company, an American, Lululemon. Across this service, I mentioned Lululemon to be a selling short opportunity ahead of earnings. Recently, the stock near $67, 67. In the investor, I gave the alert. In the platinum, I gave the alert, and not only I gave the alert as I described, the stock forecast and the earnings call. As you are aware, in the company we have different service. Live streaming, it is one of the components. Stock forecast and earnings call, it is other component of the service. Like I said, you can refer to these all these components for non-professionals or here for professionals. So going back, in the platinum, we often, depending for how long you subscribe to the service, we often give stock forecast or earnings call for free. So again, I repeat that in a difference between investor and platinum. In the investor, we mentioned in real time sell short Lululemon ahead of earnings 60, near $67. Then the stock crashed, as you are aware, all the way down to 48. In the platinum, we said it, and we also passed the video corresponded to the stock forecast and earnings call, which contained what we were expecting to obtain in at least 3 months, therefore a price target, and containing guidance or guidelines which are very important for investors because they are correlated with the position sizing. For example, obviously those that they attended the investor plan, they made money by selling short Lululemon, but in the end you didn't know whether you could sell short 5,000 or 10,000 or 50,000 or 100,000. Whereas in the platinum plan, by knowing the risk in advance, or the worst case scenario that was described, as well as in this particular case also the best case scenario, you could make a decision ahead of earnings with regards to position sizing. In the investor plan, it was more difficult for you to make the decision, although you had the alert at the very top, whether to do it for 5,000, 10,000 or more, okay? So that is a major difference between the plans that is correlated with the potential profit or risk within a given trade. But there are by far more examples. This is just one. I can refer to others, as the famous case recent of GoPro or Umbrella. GoPro, for example, the company that I choose to record live the basic training course, it has been always present since the very first day in platinum. It has been always a major or a main priority because it is a stock that is extraordinarily reliable. Reliable in the sense, no surprises since IPO. The way what we expect the stock to do. While in the investor plan, we described or gave trade alerts stock ratings, when to sell, when to go short, but we do not refer to, for example, GoPro or Umbrella every single day. We refer to these companies when we consider that is relevant to refer to them. For example, like I said before, in the Lululemon case, I choose to show the live tape in Lululemon when the company started approaching earnings. 1 month before, it was not necessary. So we pick up the right timing when we consider that is time to address the company, all right? Since we are expecting something, let's say, to happen. So we have, that is something that is common, in fact, to all these plans. Although, like I said before, the difference lies that in the Platinum you have more information compared to the other plans. And one of the reasons is rather simple. You cannot expect to subscribe to, for example, a plan like Elite, where we are going to give you all the names of companies, whether we are long or short, and price targets. Otherwise, it will be a party. Someone will subscribe 1 month, and then it will disappear, no need for the service anymore. And that is obviously of no interest whatsoever for us. So I refer to live charts, I refer to sectors, I refer to ETFs, I refer to the characteristics or volatility of different types of companies or stocks. I refer to timetable, different hours, pre-market trading, after hours trading. I refer to the fact that our most popular service, it is sold out. And also it is the one, with the exception of a hedge fund, with the highest price. And I'm going to refer now to some other features which are dramatically important. Dramatically. You are going to understand why. One of the main reasons people choose Platinum, it is a feature called collaboration, which does not exist in investor or trader. And that feature collaboration, I'm going to give here several examples. While in investor or trader, if you have questions, you have to open a support ticket. In the Platinum, we have a tool. In fact, we use the same tool as Microsoft, where we communicate with customers in real time. So if you have questions, you can make those questions, and people, they answer to those questions. People, they are not here, they have never been here middlemen. So we don't use middlemen. I'm the one also that addresses or responds to those questions, and therefore you have a very high level of quality with regards to the answer that you are looking for. We don't use, I repeat, journalists or middlemen, in other words, in our company. Moreover, with regards to collaboration that you see here, Yammer and the other tools, in fact, more elaborated, you as a customer, there are, and this is very important for most people according to what they say, or the feedback they provide. People, they place their trades, and by the end of the day or the week, many, they create a list, a kind of trading report or statement. They send to us, and they ask us our opinion with regards to mistakes, for example, that they have done or not. Basically feedback from us. That is consulting. and that is part of Platinum, with regards, in fact, to those that subscribe to the 3 months. And this is very important to them, according to because it gives them a level of confidence that they didn't have, for example, in the investor or other plans, and by far superior any other service out there which does not exist or contemplates any of these features with regards not to the feature per se, but the quality of the information. These are just some examples that I remember, and collaboration is very important because this kind of business, if you are really using a real account, you need immediate feedback, and it is rather different to open a support ticket, and although we are very fast to answer to those tickets, the fact is that to get the information basically or almost in real time might imply for many difference of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, or missed opportunities, as an example. And so this probably it is also one of the reasons this service price is far higher compared to the others, and the most popular. Or the difference I already referred to between Platinum, Investor, and Elite is that Platinum is the only one that contains the basic training course. The others, they don't. Moreover, with the exception of this package, that is a special package, Power Investor, that has been here, but it is temporary. I already referred to stock forecast and earnings call, that often I include those for free in the Platinum, while I don't in the Investor. So in the Investor, you don't have regularly, let's say, earnings call, although in many situations I reveal our position in the sense, or recommendation in the sense of saying we are going to remain short this company, regardless, for example, of what is going to happen. All right. So this is very important because it is given for free, and it happens in the investor plan, and many times that is precisely the situation. In the Platinum, we are discuss a bit more the details of earnings, ahead of earnings, as we approach earnings. And in Platinum, for example, compared to the investor plan, other example, I might say with regards to the same company that can be discussed within the two plans. In the Platinum, I might say we are going to remain, for example, short this stock, and the risk, it is this one. In the investor plan, we may say we are going to remain short this stock, but we do not, for example, mention which will be the potential risk. That is an example. Other could be, I'm going to refer to, there was a trade on this week, on Friday, in a given stock. On both plans, and not only in fact in live streaming, also in other service, we gave the trade alert in real time. In live streaming, obviously, real time compared, for example, to a service like Live Markets, where we still have to write the article, but it is almost in real time on the blog of the company, live blog. In Platinum, we may include a target for day, and we call those targets for day, for example, stock pivots, or what we are looking for in that particular day, if we are short on the downside, obviously. While in investor, may say it is time to sell this stock if you have a long position, open a short position, but I don't have to give a target for the day or to announce a target for the day or to announce a price target for the day. However, that is other difference, okay? But in most cases, we do offer and we announce in real time targets for the day on the upside and downside in many or in all these companies that we discuss in the service, or at least those that they are priorities on that particular day. So in the investor plan, I might announce targets for the upside or downside, for example, in the tech sector using an ETF, the Qs, while in the platinum, I make the same announcement, but also, for example, a specific trade alert. That is to say, this is what I expect for the day on the upside. But in investor, I might just say this. In the platinum, I might say this, and also to say that we are still, for example, bullish the market, and so to expect higher the next day, or at least to tell what we are expecting and then to start, for example, selling long positions or going short, okay? So more information with regards to what we call and what you see in fact on the screen, to hedge funds that we call the portfolio management, because those guidance or broad guidelines, they are interesting with regards obviously to market sectors and ETFs, to those investors, professionals, that they manage portfolios, and not to single investors that they just have 1, 2, or 3 stocks in their accounts. Other difference between platinum investor and elite is the fact that the elite or investor has a rather small number of companies or stocks compared, for example, to platinum or hedge fund, but that is normal. And not only it is normal, it is required or demanded, otherwise it violates the methodology. And again, it addresses one of the most important mistakes that people or investors they commit in the markets, in the sense that many people they want to be present everywhere, or to trade a lot of stocks, or to jump from stock A to stock B or stock B, C, for example, chasing momentum or whatever. In our service, we not only we call attention for these mistakes, and this is common across different plans, but we also force, or we have rules with regards to the number of stocks. So if a plan like the elite, it is for accounts that can start at 30,000 or 40,000, I'm not going to discuss 10 stocks. It does not make sense. Or in the investor, I'm not going to discuss, or at least I should not. In fact, I discuss more stocks than those that the number or the limit number that should be allowed. But it does not make sense. Otherwise, it can not only create problems in the sense that the more stocks or the more complexity you introduce in your investment process, the less probability you have to make money, or at least if you are new to investment, you can get lost or confused, or to lose control over the situation. So since we have, like I said before, a long experience with regards to all these matters, the fact that we limit the number of stocks, it is not related to the attempt of limiting profits in a given plan. That is not the case. It's related to the importance of discipline and other factors, precisely that we have as components of this methodology or core rules. I don't know what else to say. I think that I gave you a very good perspective of the different types of live streaming trading. Uh, to finalize, probably I would also mention that in the platinum compared, for example, to hedge fund or investor or elite, we teach a bit how to read the tape in the markets. That is precisely what I do, as you are aware of. I dedicated my life to tape reading, and we don't do this in fact to hedge funds and or professionals. So there is only in fact one service that gives you some understanding how to read the markets or the tape in particular with regards to all these plans, and it is the platinum. I don't do it obviously every single day, and also common among all these plans is that I'm not speaking all day, all right? I speak when it is necessary. Also, I think that is important for those that they are new to know or they intend to subscribe, that I often repeat or I record. For example, I give a trade alert at this moment, right now, and then I repeat, since we record or we are recording while I speak, we then repeat that fraction of the trade alert during the day 20 times or 30 times. Okay, it can happen precisely for if you miss it, you can then watch it, or at least to know what we did in that particular day. So the feature DVR is not in the end so important, since we repeat some trade alerts, and quite often in fact on different days, for people to know also, for example, if they didn't attend today, if they attend tomorrow, what happened the day before. And not only that, we go further to record also lessons, because during the session or during the day, not only we are focused on trade alerts, as well as, and this is obviously critical or a core component of the service, the lesson per se. So since the service is focused on how to invest in the markets, the trade alert, it is not the most important, although many subscribe because of the trade alerts. The trade alert has to be then explained the process, and so it is always the process the most important and not the trade alert, right? For example, most people consider that the entry, it is by far more important than exit, but it is precisely the opposite. It is the exit, it is by far more important than entry. The entry can give you at the most a competitive advantage, but it is the exit, in fact, that dictates the magnitude of your profit or loss. Just to give an explanation, rather simple. And while most people, they do precisely the opposite, they look for the best entry, but they always neglect the exit, and it is the exit that matters, in fact. For example, and this appears to be details, but they are not details. I explain all this in investment process across leading companies and market sectors. For instance, the case of GoPro, it was the same, precisely the same. Or in Lululemon, it was the same, selling short the stock at 65 or near 67 or 64. Does not matter. I knew about it. Or in case of GoPro, to sell short the stock at 64 and 70 cents ahead of this recent meltdown, it was the same, sell short there, or 59 and 70 cents. So why? Because, and these some details that I can disclose, and in fact they are available on several lessons, we invested in GoPro for the crash, and these pivots that I just mentioned, they were adding pivots to the short side. and in the end, it didn't matter much if you were selling short at 64. Obviously, in the end, might be a difference in terms of the profit that you obtain in the end, but like I said, it is the exit. For example, in the investor plan, or out there, that is 100% guaranteed out there, 99.9% of people, even if they sold short, for example, GoPro at $64, that was a very good entry, 99.9% they have not maintained a short position all the way down to a price as of today, $28 an hour or so. And that constitutes a major difference between everything else out there and our service, okay? So in the platinum, everyone still has a short position in GoPro, or at least a percentage, or they should, because I repeated here, hundreds of times to have it, or umbrella, while, and also when then to take or to reduce profits or to close, that is a difference. While, for example, in the investor, maybe a higher percentage of those that they sold short GoPro umbrella, maybe a higher percentage closed already the short position and quit, and they are happy, go to the bank or whatever what they want, but that might constitute other difference. And then finally, this to finalize, because otherwise I would be giving here examples for hours. Then there is a difference between this platinum, a major one, to, in fact, the reason of the company. And the reason of the company is this service that you click here. You go to solutions, and then if you click on hedge funds and banks, this is the reason of the company related to algorithm trading, and this service called here, these two services, Live Trading 365 and the Capital Markets 365. This is the reason of the existence of the company, the algorithm trading. Algorithm trading that does not have anything to do with the concept that most people have with regards to what algorithm trading is, or that terminology and definition that exists on the web. Our concepts are completely different, all right? So this to explain that also you should not expect in Platinum as a subscriber or a customer to have the information that this service has, all right? Because this service is in fact the reason for the existence of the company, and it is our main priority. It is this service here for non-professionals, the Live Trading 365, and for professionals, the Capital Markets 365, okay? And these are just reference values or prices for this service that you have obviously disclosed on the website. Nothing, it is hidden here. Thank you very much for attending. If you have questions, you can always contact us by clicking on Contact Us, calling the company, or filling in the form. And good luck in the markets for all of you.